My name is Ellie Malmin and I'm from eEducates. And I was watching TV and heard Dr. Oz's warning on eyelash extensions, the dangers of them, and the safety issues involved. So in this segment, I'm going to show you how to properly prepare the eyes for doing extensions and also talk about some of the safety issues that we need to take as far as professionals go in the eyelash industry. One of the things that I feel is such a must is that we do a patch test on the lashes and on the eyes before we attempt to do the extensions. Now, how this is done is you would properly clean the eyes like we're going to show in cleansing, and you're going to patch up the eyes, making sure all the bottom lashes are secured. We never want to hook one of those bottom lashes thinking they are a top lash. Then what you want to do is you want to take your adhesive and you want to do 3 lashes on each eye, and you want to basically do them the length of the natural lash, and you want to put on the amount of adhesive that you would normally use. You want to tell her if there's any itching, redness, or swelling. She's immediately to come in and you're to remove the eyelashes off of her eyes. When we do a patch test, this is ensuring that she's not going to have a sensitivity issue. However, we cannot guarantee that there isn't going to be some slight of sensitivity even after you have done the patch test. But to me, it is a good idea that you always follow with a patch test before that you do your client. The other safety issues that we like to do is we like to fill out a form. We want to make sure she hasn't had any surgeries in the past 6 months, such as LASIK, such as cataracts. We want to make sure she doesn't have dry eye syndrome. We want to make sure she doesn't have blepharitis, or if she does, it's kept under control. One of the things that we look for is really keeping the eyes clean. When we first did extensions many years ago, they were called no-touch lashes. This is not the case anymore. We want our clients to shampoo or clean their lashes on a nightly basis. And I have formulated products that do exactly that. We have a product from Lashologist Choice, which is an eyelash shampoo, and also an all-in-one face wash that is very good for the eyebrows, the eyelashes, and the face. It does have tea tree in it, so it does help keep bacteria away, and it leaves the eyes very clean and refreshed. So I'm just going to show you a few of those safety things. One is we need to take off the mascara, and we need to shampoo the lashes. And the whole thing is, when you're cleaning around the eyes, before you start any kind of extension work or whatever you do, you want to make sure that you have gloves on and just really thoroughly take off the mascara. And I'm using a silicone mascara remover, which takes off waterproof mascara as well. And we're just going back and forth. And what I'm doing while I'm doing this is I'm actually stimulating the lashes themselves for growth. Some of the things that we know that stimulates hair growth is circulation, blood flow, and a little bit of stimulation here. And I'm just taking off all the eye makeup, and we're going to actually clean around the eyes and the lashes. This particular cleanser is made by Lashologist Choice. It is an all-in-one eyebrow, eyelash, and facial cleanser. Now, if your client feels any kind of soreness or irritation from doing this type of a cleansing method, then something might have been brewing in her eye before you actually worked on her eye. So in that case, I would not do any type of eyelash extension work. on her or any kind of work whatsoever. So we're just rinsing. This feels very good. It makes sure everything is clean, and I do suggest wearing gloves for this part because you do not want anything foreign that are on your fingers, on your hands, to ever go in somebody's eye. And we're just going to dry. Okay, so now that we have a clean eye, I'm just going to go ahead and comb through the lashes. And this here is a dental mirror, but they sell it in the lash industry. And you can get this from Lash Effects, and it does have measurements on it that you can actually measure the eyelashes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at her eye, slightly open, and pull it open. Now, in order to do eyelash extensions properly, what we're going to use is pads that we're going to secure down the bottom of her lashes. Patch down the bottom part of her lashes. You never want to do extensions with the eyes open, ever. You want to make sure all the bottom lashes are secured. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our client look up, and we're going to take her bottom lashes, and these are long, and we're going to secure them down. Okay, go ahead and close your eye. Now, we're going to check with her eye closed to make sure by looking in the mirror that there is nothing that is open or exposed. You can rebrush through the lashes, and when you take your tweezers, they go into a box like this, and there's soap and water in this box. They sit in the soap and water, and then I have a sterilizing beads that I put them in that heat up and sterilize completely. So now we can use our tweezers, and you can see when you're doing lash extensions, the eyes are completely closed. You can isolate your lash and put on a lash. The tweezers always are on the pad, never on the eyes. The other thing that is very important is that the eyes remain closed at all times, and a lot of safety things that we look for when we're doing extensions is you never want to have a pair of tweezers around the eye and look away to pick up your lash. That is totally wrong to do. So whenever you have the tweezers around the eyes, you are actually focused on your client's head. If you check and you can see that through your mirror the whites of her eyes are exposed, you want to stay with a complete sensitive adhesive, and you want to make sure that her eyes do not dry out from just the exposure of the air. When you finish working, you would put your tweezers in your soap and water. You would also put your mirror in your soap and water. You would throw away any unused eyelashes, throw away the tape underneath the eye. And what you want to do is when you're pulling off this is you want to slightly lift up and peel away. And then you're going to discard everything that you have used. These are some safety tips in doing eyelash extensions. This is the 2 sterilizers that I use to sterilize lashes, and I have the lashes on a bridge, and usually I save these for, let's say Mrs. Smith comes to me today on Wednesday and she comes back in 3 weeks. I put these in a closed container that they have been sterilized from the time she leaves, and then we re-sterilize them when she comes back. And then we have our beads that are doing our sterilizing, and this is a heat sterilizer that is sterilizing our tweezers as well as our scissors.